Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. It is Sunday night. I am here with JJ. What's up, Jay?
How we doing today, man?
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So, last night we attended the Imagine Wrestling Volume 15 event last night in Altoona, PA. So we are gonna go give out a review. How about it?
Sounds good to me. Hey, real quick, can you make our post shareable? Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Um, real quick. Never mind. I'm an asshole. Can you make our post shareable?
I'm glad you said it, not me.
All right. All right. I apologize. Good deal.
Are you done being unprofessional?
Probably not, but we'll see going forward.
30 seconds wasn't enough for you? You couldn't share that shit in 30 seconds?
I couldn't find it. No. Please let's go on.
All right. So tonight's episode is brought to you by our sponsors. Tulum's Living the Dream Bar and Grill, 90 Lule Street in the Geistown section of town by the Outhouse. And Jay, you got the next one?
Yeah, I got Habits Beer and Tobacco, 960 Franklin Street. Check them out for all your beer, your tobacco, and your lottery needs.
Absolutely. Stop there, get your beer, and then head up to Tulum's and get some food, some wings.
And then come watch Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk.
The two shitheads.
The hashtag shitheads, yeah.
Hey, spoiler alert! If you're not watching the pay-per-view, Dominic and Rey Mysterio are the new tag team champions.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Yeah. Let's see. Imagine. Facebook user says, "Imagine needs to come to Johnstown." I can't disagree with you on that. So, with that being said, let's get to our review of the event last night. So, right off the bat, Imagine Wrestling. As we went through, got our seats. We sat with Bad Bubba Brewer, Mike Zeke, and Diamond Troy Justice. And not only did it was a professional setup. They had looked like a brand new ring, Jay, huh? The ring looked really nice.
But the entire setup, man, was phenomenal. And I don't know, maybe I'm being biased because I haven't been to a live show in over a year, but the whole setup was good. Everybody did a hell of a job, from the guys setting the ring up down to the main event, down to the referees. Everybody did a hell of a job. It was just quite a show.
Right. And what got my attention right off the bat was before the event even got started, they paid tribute to New Jack. They did a 10 bell toll to New Jack, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't see. I don't know how many other, independent federation or independent feds would have done that, but kudos to Imagine.
Well, New Jack did some work with KCW, and Cato, Ken Dones, has made his feelings. He's posted his feelings about New Jack on Facebook, and apparently they had a pretty decent relationship. And we'll get to it, but Shane Douglas shouted New Jack out also. The New Jack gets bad press, but apparently not as bad of a guy as what everybody says.
I agree. So, all right, let's get down to it. So, Match number one, it was Alpha and Art. Forgive me if I pronounce these names wrong, so anybody can correct me. Alpha and Argyle, the the Alpha Rick Matthews and the good neighbor John Ross versus the Rad Boys Jake Wiley and the professional Braden Elliott. So my thoughts real quick on the neighborhood. Their theme song they came out was the music they came out to was pretty cool. They definitely got a hell of a lot of heat from that crowd last night. Um, I'm thinking there was what 4 or 5 in that little stable. Am I right? Maybe I'm off a little.
No, I think you're right. Three, 4, 5, or what? Yeah.
Right, and then and I told you a few times about I mentioned it to you about the Braden Elliott. He got the look, the attire. I mean, he really looked. I mean, they all look good, but I mean, if you didn't if you didn't know them and you just saw him, you would have been like, damn, that. And he's young.
Yeah, he was to me, he was a standout there.
Right.
All in all, it was a good match. It was a good way to kick the show off.
Absolutely, and don't forget, right as the match started, Big Lenny, the commissioner, came out and had to tell the rest of the neighborhood that they couldn't come to the ringside. So I guess there must have been some issues with them interfering in matches in the past, and that's why Lenny did that. I'm assuming.
I'm assuming also. Otherwise, I don't know why he would have done it. Big Lenny's a level-headed GM. But it was a hell of a way to kick the show off. They definitely started it off
Absolutely. So, yeah, and Rick Matthews, he's a pretty big guy, nice physique to him. And then the John Ross guy, he was getting a lot of heat, if you remember. The crowd didn't like him too much.
There were a lot of guys there last night that should be getting looks from the quote unquote big leagues.
Well, as you heard Bubba Brewer last night said that a lot of these guys that are on this event are the future of independent wrestling in Western PA, if not all of Pennsylvania.
Right.
So, but in the end, the winners were the Braden Elliott and Jake Wiley, the Rad Boys. They came out on top.
Yeah, that was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it.
So match 2 had the Enigma Lucio DeVere versus the Mysterious World Traveler Kim Chi.
I've been watching. Lucio DeVere has been around for a long time, and he's settled in to his gimmick, and I think he does a pretty good goddamn job.
Absolutely. And Kim Chi, Kim Chi needs to eat a few cheeseburgers. I think he was kind of small.
That's not the Kim Chi that I remember from my younger days.
Kim Chi, well, he must have anorexia. So I mean, yeah, you're right. Now I'm pretty sure that the Enigma, had that match all the way through. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Lucio looked good. He looked good in pretty good shape. I'd actually like to reach out to him and get him on here with us.
Absolutely. So in the end, the winner, Lucio, won.
It was, yeah, the match was solid.
Yeah.
I don't know what are you looking for here? An Uncle Dave rating? You
Yeah,
want me
give it to Uncle Dave. Go ahead.
you want me to throw stars out?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, I'll give it 2.5.
Out of what?
What's Uncle Dave do? 5?
So you just said it was a great match, and you just gave it a 2.5.
It was a good match.
All right. I got to start something with you.
I don't know why you have to do that, but all right, we'll entertain it. It's fine.
All right. So match number 3 was Absolute Thomas Mathis versus the returning heir apparent Chris LaRusso. That was a surprise last night. I wasn't expecting to see Chris LaRusso. We last saw him at Ring of Honor.
Yeah, not advertised, and I'm kind of I don't know why he wouldn't have been advertised, because I think whatever tickets they sold last night, had they advertised LaRusso, I think they could have sold a couple more. He's a big name in our area.
Yeah, or maybe maybe he was a quick fill-in too. Anything's possible.
That's possible also. Yeah, you're right.
We don't know we don't know what happened behind
Right.
doors. So I mean, that could have been a quick, like I said, a quick pickup.
Yeah, it could have been. Either way, I'm gonna keep repeating myself. I'm just gonna keep saying good match, great match, because there wasn't a bad match on that card last night.
No. Now the thing that stuck out to me about the absolute Thomas Mathis, I said to you, and I think I said to Bubba and Troy, he kind of reminded me of Austin Aries. He looked like Austin Aries
a little bit, yeah.
In a way, if you looked fast, you would have thought it was Aries.
As long as he's not a dick like Austin Aries, all's good.
And he was in great shape, as you've seen.
Yeah.
Yep, great shape. Damn. Yep. So that match went back and forth. There were both guys had I think equal time.
They got their shit in.
Yeah. And LaRusso came out on top.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, nobody expected him, and for him to get a W there, that was pretty cool. Hopefully, bigger and better things to come for LaRusso in Eclipse.
Yeah, and I definitely see Mathis getting a push too.
As well, he should.
Yeah. Now, on a side note to this event last night, it was I believe it was like it started at 7, almost right on the dot, and by 7:40, I believe they were on match. They were right at this match, I believe, right around 7:40, right before 8:00. So they were going through it pretty quick. There wasn't no space in between anything, which was nice.
That was definitely refreshing. I think that they were maybe afraid of the weather.
Yeah, it did sprinkle a little bit on us, but not much.
Yeah, I think maybe they were afraid of the weather, but either way, the show was smooth from start to finish. Hell of a job done by those guys.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so match 4. The Ace Oscar Maverick versus the Imagine debut of the rocker Chris Sands. Let me tell you right off the top, both of them guys got a hell of a gimmick. Both of them. Ace Oscar with the damn Top Gun gimmick, love it. And then you gotta love Chris Sands looking like Kip Winger coming out as a rocker. I mean, how could you not like that?
I didn't dislike either one. The rocker gimmick, he looked like Ricky Morton Jr.
With a little bit of flair.
But that's okay. If it can get over in 2021, God bless.
And you saw last night, it was
It
over.
it got over. It definitely did get over. Both guys got
Absolutely.
over, in my opinion.
And I don't know about the Ace Oscar Maverick, but definitely the Rocker. He was young. He was very young.
Yeah. For the debut of both guys.
No. Just the Rocker was the debut.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the Mavericks actually a part the Mavericks part of the neighborhood.
okay. But my apologies. I misspoke. But either way, thumbs up to both guys. That was a hell of a match.
Yeah, and I off topic. I actually talked to Maverick, and we hopefully this week we will be having him on to do an interview.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you earlier about it. See what days this week coming up for you is good, and then I'll let him know. So
breaking news. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Now for the match, I thought it was, for Chris Sands debuting, I thought it was kind of a fast match. Like I was kind of surprised. I thought, him having the bubble guts for being in front of all those people. And let me tell you, I'm guessing almost 300 paid attendance last night.
Yeah, I think you'd be on par.
Give or take a few, but that place was packed.
Listen, everybody was excited to be there. The first live show in a long time.
Yep, absolutely.
My first live show in over a year, and it was pretty damn exciting for me, and I know it was for everybody else. So, yeah, if anybody had bubble guts, I don't blame them one bit.
And you sure as hell wasn't getting the bubble guts from the soft pretzels there last night.
No, not at all.
So the winner in his debut was the Rocker, Chris Sands.
Yeah.
Great match. I liked it.
Yep. I liked it as well. I'll give it, we'll go 2.5.
All right. Boy, you're tough. I'm glad you're giving it ratings, not me.
Listen, this is what you want me to do, so this is what I'm going to
do. I guess you're right. All right, match 5. Unbreakable Sean Phoenix versus Jimmy the High Flying Hippie. Jimmy the High Flying Hippie's been has made a name for himself around the area.
He's been a staple in Western PA for a long time. Man, that dude can do some shit off the top rope. He can flip, flop, and fly with the best of them, but that's not his main basis. He also can do groundwork also. I like Jimmy a lot.
And his opponent, Sean Phoenix, he's also a high flyer. I believe he's based out of Pittsburgh, correct? Sean Phoenix. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he is from the Pittsburgh area.
I think you're right, but I'm sure somebody will. If we're wrong, somebody will correct us.
Right. He came out blowing fire.
That's right.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
A la Ricky the Dragon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, it's like I said earlier, dude. There wasn't, and I don't know if it was just my excitement or what, but there wasn't a bad match last night. The entire show from bottom to top was top notch in my book.
Yeah, you're right. That was this match here with Sean Phoenix and Jimmy the Hippie. That was a fast paced. Also, that was a pretty good match. Some little bit of high flying,
but not too much.
You're right.
It wasn't like I was watching a Wednesday night show.
What was you watching? The Simpsons again?
There was something. I don't know.
Yeah. So the Jimmy the High Flying Hippie came out on top on that one.
It could have gone either way.
Yeah.
And I don't think the crowd would have been upset.
So what's your stars?
I'll go 3.
Wow. I think I know what it is.
What's that?
I think I know why you're only going to 3 on 2 and 3. That's the highest you can go. You can't count any higher, right?
Yeah, well, I can count to 10 with my shoes and my gloves off. I can count to 11 with my pants off. But
here we go.
That's another discussion for another time.
All right, the next match 6 was an Altoona street fight with the gavel David Lawless versus the franchise Shane Douglas. I'll let you take this one over. Go ahead. I know you're such a Shane Douglas mark. Go ahead.
I am a Shane Douglas mark. Have been for a long time. And there may or may not be some upcoming news.
Don't say it. Don't give it out.
Well, okay, Fabe.
There you go.
Okay, but you can put Shane Douglas in a ring with anybody. For me, again, I'm biased, but I thought for a street fight, the man, he can do no wrong in my eyes, quite frankly.
Wait a minute. So you said you can put anybody in the ring with Shane Douglas?
I believe.
So being that we were in Altoona, Pennsylvania last night, what if we put Loverboy Lou in the ring with Shane Douglas? Would we be still talking the same way?
Shane could get a match out of him.
Out of Loverboy Lou?
Sure.
Oh, come on. Many Faces of Lou. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Oh, man.
And just keep in mind, there may or may not be some big news coming for Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk as it involves the franchise.
The big news, am I getting a new co-host? Is that what it is?
Well, you told me to kayfabe, so I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Well, that's the first. And what, your mouth wouldn't shut up last night while I'm trying to watch the damn match, is now all of a sudden, Christ.
Well, hey, look, I get it. I'm in my 40s and I still get excited. It didn't, you know what? I don't get excited when I'm watching Monday Night Raw, but I got excited last night when I was at Eclipse Live.
Not Eclipse. Imagine.
That's what I said.
No, you said Eclipse.
I meant Imagine.
Totally two different federations. You just done fucked up, AA Ron.
Totally fucked up, and for that I apologize.
Christ. Well, there goes our big news. Fucking.
I just shit the bed. You're gonna have to edit that.
Edit it. We're live.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Do I have to get place cards for you?
You might.
Oh, Christ. So anyway, Shane Douglas comes out on top.
Never a question.
Did you like David Lawless, his gimmick? Came out like, I heard he's a real attorney. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, see, that I didn't know. Yeah, it was good. It was good. And let's not I know we brought it up earlier, but let's remember the fact that Shane paid tribute to New Jack after the fact.
He did.
Which was pretty badass.
Absolutely. So match 7, the Imagine Tag Team Championship match. It was Invincible Vince Valor and Unstoppable James Sega, pronounced Sega, versus the champions. The main event, Gannon Jones and Duke Davis.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot we gotta say about this match. Both teams had to fucking look. Let's not get that. Let's not miss that one. Both teams had the look. They look like wrestlers.
Absolutely. They're grown men who look like they could kick the shit out of you, me, and or each other.
Absolutely. In great shape. Absolutely great shape. Now, Vince was a guest on our show a few months ago, so it was pretty cool to see him live.
Yeah.
And it was my first time seeing the main event, which they were just on AEW a few weeks in a row. I don't know if you saw that or not, because I know you know what.
Nah, you know what? I was watching paint dry, but I heard they were on AEW. Yeah.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, they need to be on AEW.
You know what? All joke aside, those guys are ready. They should be signed. All 4 of those guys. It's a travesty that they're not under contract to someone.
And is Bubba Brewer, also mentioned it last night that Vince Valor is very, very vocal. Boy, he had the crowd going. He had pulled out that damn yellow flag like it was a football flag for a penalty, which the main event, they came out in football gear, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm only gonna give one rating on a match, and it'll be this one. I would probably give that one a 4-star.
I would concur.
No, you're wrong. I'm wrong. I'm gonna give this one and the main event my rating. These two at least. But hell of a match. Back and forth, amazing.
Well, I would go 4-star. If it happened in the Tokyo Dome, then it would be 5-star.
But we're not in the Tokyo Dome, so why would you even bring it up?
Well, we're not. No. And it's not the Young Bucks. So,
do you always have to bring AEW into every goddamn show that we do?
If I don't, you will.
Have I mentioned anything about AEW tonight?
No, because I haven't given you an opportunity.
Jeez. So the main event came out on top on that one. Great match. Again, great match.
I would have thought, I actually thought it was going to go the other way.
It had that feel to it, didn't it?
Yes.
It did have that feel. I thought I thought, the possibility of dropping the straps also.
Yeah, I thought that's the way it was going. I'm glad it didn't. I mean, the match was great regardless of the finish, but I thought it was going to go the other way.
Right. And then match 8, Crusher Red versus another Imagine debut, Daniel Exotic. Crusher Red, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about. But he did look like red pepper flakes. That's what he reminded me of. That it comes in a shaker for pizza. I don't know if it's because of the name. I don't know, or if it's because of my love of food or pizza in general. I don't know that either. But I will say this: the Daniel Exotic, I believe, it was kind of a knockoff of Joe Exotic from the Undertaker coming in again.
You don't worry about that.
Right. So, yeah, Daniel Exotic debut.
I feel you're exactly right. That was off of the Tiger King or whatever the hell,
Yes.
and that turned me off.
It turned. You didn't like it?
No.
The crowd was over.
Okay, he can get over.
The the 30 so people that were sitting in fucking front of us was all clapping and shit. You know, regardless of might have been his family, but holy shit. How can you say you didn't like it?
Because I didn't like that show, and if there's a gimmick based on it, I don't like it.
So because you didn't like the show, you don't like his gimmick.
What was his gimmick based on?
Joe Exotic. That's what I'm saying. I think it was based off that, which I thought was pretty neat.
And that's what I said. I didn't like that show.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't like him.
No, I just didn't like that show. So the gimmick doesn't sit with me. I'm sorry. I don't have to like everything you like.
I misunderstood you. I thought you said you didn't like him, but you meant the show. I'm sorry. You're getting all goddamn spun up again.
Because you're trying to get me spun up. This is what you want to have happen. Well, guess what? You got it to happen.
It doesn't take much.
Can we continue with this horse shit?
Yes. So honestly, I don't remember much about that match. All I know is he got over with the crowd. His family had fun. Loved seeing his debut, and he also came out on top.
Good for him. God bless.
Absolutely. So now here we go. We're gonna hear all the praise now from you. Here we go. Match 9. The main event. Imagine Heavyweight Championship. The Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage versus your boy, Big Time Bill Collier, the champion. I'm going to mute my mic, and you go at it.
It's a damn travesty that he's not signed to a major company. The guy looks the part.
We already know this. You want to get to the match?
The match was excellent, in my opinion.
and also Malachi Gage. He had a look to him too. He had a good look.
No, I'm not taking anything away from him either. He looked good. He looked good also.
His gimmick. It's probably one of the top gimmicks I saw last night, if not the best. The whole crazy psycho thing, which he played it good, great.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did.
However, his opponent was a lot bigger than him. His opponent was more, what's the word I want to use? Not athletic, more knowledgeable. But Malachi definitely put up a good fight last night.
Do you know how long that Malachi's been in the business?
No, I don't, and I don't want to say anything because I'm not sure, and I don't want to disrespect anybody. But I think he was one of Cato's or Imagine Wrestling Dojo students when they first started, I believe.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I don't know if anybody's watching. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, already. Somebody said Facebook user says 2 years. He's only been wrestling 2 years.
Wow.
So
for him to have the type of match that he had last night, having only 2 years under his belt. Kudos to him.
So that also brings it up to who's training him. So the Imagine Dojo must be doing their thing also, which by the looks of it last night they are.
Well, anybody we've ever talked to, Cato is the number one trainer in this area. The guy evidently knows his shit.
Absolutely. So Facebook user says Cato trainee and debuted in September of 2019.
Okay.
He also looked young, but he had a nice look. Excuse me. He had a nice look to him also.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you got Bill Collier, absolutely monster. A fucking monster. The looks, the moves, the gimmick. He had the crowd, the whole crowd, not just a little bit of the crowd. He had the whole fucking crowd.
Yeah, he just he's so crisp with everything. He looks like he should have been on TV 10 years ago.
You're right. And every time we come on here, we always talk about it and we say the same damn thing.
Well, so, like I said yesterday, I think we should change our podcast name to the Big Time Bill Collier podcast because it seems to be that we're always putting a guy over, but he deserves it.
Right. And if we're saying it all the time and other people that we talk to or interview talk about Bill Collier, we're not the only ones.
Oh, definitely not.
We're just a little bit apart in Western Pennsylvania that's talking about him. Can you imagine the rest of the country?
What do you think those guys down in Jacksonville think?
Right. Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, overall that match, I mean, for him only being 2 years in the business, Malachi, that was a 4-star match, I thought, last night. I mean,
I'm in total agreement.
Let's see. Great match last night. Malachi Gage earned his spot. Absolutely, you're right. I wish I knew more about him to talk about him. But I mean, after last night, he's definitely going to be one of the ones that I look for when we go to some more events.
Well, hey, look, let's make a push and try and get him on.
Absolutely. So, let's see. Donnie Seifert, he was the ring announcer last night. He also put out next show, Volume 16, June 16th, the return of Spencer Slade versus Chris LaRusso, number one contender for the belt. That's a side note. I forgot something last night. So after Big Time Bill Collier beat Gage last night, the neighborhood came out in the end to try to beat the shit out of Big Time Bill Collier. And who comes out?
Jimmy the Hippie
comes out to save him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Bill granted him a title match.
Yeah, after Jimmy handed him the belt and didn't want to let it go.
Yeah, that's interesting. You and I will definitely be there.
Yes. So they're saying June 19th, not the 16th. I'm sorry. Watch Imagine live on YouTube every Wednesday night at 7:00. Oh, look who just popped on. Our Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony, good gravy.
Uncle Tony Penna Jr. with the hashtag shit show striker. Well, where was you at last night, Penna, while we were having fun in Altoona watching Imagine Wrestling? Where was you at? You were supposed to be there. You hear that, Jay? You hear them
Silent.
cricket? You hear them crickets?
Yeah, I hear crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah.
And Uncle Tony says, shut your whole mouth, Striker. I think he meant to say, shut your whore mouth, Striker.
Well, he's not very good on spelling either.
No, absolutely not. He was a Votech graduate, so that explains a lot. So
nothing more needs to be said.
No, absolutely not. Oh, Tony said he was in my house last night while we were at the event.
What was he doing there?
I don't know. I don't know. I know one thing. I gotta check my refrigerator. If you ate my chicken nuggets, there's gonna be some issues. Son of a bitch.
You got to put a deadbolt on that goddamn door.
Well, he's going to break through that shit for some chicken nuggies. Some gluten-free chicken nuggets. He's going to break through that bitch.
Yeah, he might. He might bust right through there.
So he says, meanwhile, you two meatheads, Mr. Marabito misses you.
I'm not gonna. I'm not going there.
Oh man, it's always a good time to have. We gotta get Cato on, or not Cato. We gotta get Penna on here.
We tried.
Yeah, he's always busy doing something.
Yeah,
maybe he'll take time out of his busy schedule to come on with us.
He's a single dad who's also an MD. Facebook user says Ken Downs invade Johnstown. I agree 200%. Absolutely. And we would promote the shit out of that.
Tony also says, so excited for the local guy, Bill Collier. Absolutely. And Tony also says this week. So that means we'll have to get him on this week.
Well, we can certainly try. The man has a busy schedule.
Let's see. Facebook user says, get Troy Fritz on here, Troy Justice. Don't know who you are. It just says Facebook user, but you're about 3 months too late.
Yeah,
Troy was already on here. Go back and watch the videos.
Go back on our YouTube, back in the archives. We've had him on, bud.
Yep, absolutely.
It was a pretty good interview, if I do say so myself.
I'm not laughing at that, but Mr. Penna's getting you pretty good.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he is. He said, "Hey JJ, start." Oh man, hey JJ, start lifting to be able to wear the sleeveless with pride. Show him the guns, Jay. Don't be afraid of them. Show him the gun.
You know what? Here's the deal. I lift more than Tony. I don't just lift chicken wings.
Wait a minute. That's like calling the kettle black. You're saying chicken wings. He's probably saying the same thing about beer with you. The only thing you looked at was beer cans.
Then I lift more.
He says, I will take that bet.
Okay.
He said that's all he has. That's all he got. He's done.
I love Uncle Tony.
Don't get I'm telling you, you'll lose. Don't get in a battle with Penna, you'll lose. Take it from me, I know.
Yeah.
He says, "Love you too."
I paid for this ink. I got to show it off. You know what I mean?
A fucking gun show. So anyway, so overall last night, I would give it a 4 star overall.
A 4 out of 5?
Yeah, it was a great show. It was fast paced. Everybody looked professional, including I don't know if you want to call them security or what they were, but they or whoever they were, they had Imagine shirts on.
Yeah, from start to finish, I thought it was a really good show. And again, I don't know if it's because it was the first live show that we've seen in X amount of months, but I thought it was pretty damn good. And those guys put on a hell of a card.
Absolutely. So it is the 19th of June, not the 16th. We will definitely do our best to get there. And it will be an inside show this time, they said last night. It won't be outside.
Hey, that was a great venue.
It was. That's what
I know it was a baseball field, but I didn't at any time did I feel like it was a baseball field. It was just an outside show.
That's funny you said that. Penna just said venue looked beautiful.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I did as well.
Now, Mike Zeke mentioned last night that since it's going to be inside next month, he said it's hotter than hell in there, he said.
Who's Mike Zeke?
Come on, man. Zeke.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, here we go again. You ate Jersey Mike's with him yesterday, you shithead.
I remember that being a good sandwich, but I thought I was in there by myself.
Oh, so now you start with him and Roy. What the hell you got on Zeke now?
I don't know who you're talking about.
You're a shithead. Mike, yeah, you'll have to remind him next time, Mike. Tony Penna says, let's host Imagine at Johnstown at the Point. Yes.
That would be fantastic.
Also, not only just the Point, Big Dog Built, which is also a gym in Johnstown that's air conditioned, Tony says. Could be a possibility. We will have to definitely talk to Ken and see what we can get done.
Well, we may have to look at that also. Look at Uncle Tony coming in with the ideas, huh?
Yeah. All of a sudden now he has a whole bunch of ideas.
Yeah, who put a fucking quarter in him?
Well, it's probably all them chicken nuggets he ate of mine. He's probably all hawked up on chicken nuggets.
Yeah, who pulled his string? Jesus Christ.
So yeah, so that's all I got for tonight. Overall, awesome. Facebook user says, this is Cato. I'm way on board for coming to Johnstown. Cato, we will help make this happen.
Let's
One
make
way
it
or
happen.
another, we will make this happen. We will help you. That is the best news I've heard today.
Goddamn right. Let's make it happen.
Tony says, easy, Larry. Your fridge is a bank vault. No one can get in. See what I have to put up with this guy?
I can't. I got to go.
Yeah. So real quick, Tony says, I'm all in. Then somebody says, get a hold of me. I'm guessing that's Cato too. Absolutely, Ken. We'll get a hold of you ASAP. We'll get something worked out.
We're going to make this shit happen. Absolutely. We need live wrestling, and we definitely need it in Johnstown. We're going to make it happen.
Absolutely. Oh my! All right, so one last thing. Tony says Ocean's 11 tried to break in. I don't know what that means.
I can't with him. I gotta go.
Hey, wait a minute. Mike Zeke says, "Can you remember my name?" Hang on, Zeke. Let's refresh his memory. I'm sending you an invite real quick. Hang on, Jay.
Mike who?
Shut your mouth. Shut your whore mouth for a minute. Zeke, I'm bringing you on. Check your Facebook messages for the link. See you, Penna. We'll be in touch. Let's give Mike a minute to see if he pops on with us. So real quick before we bring Mike on again, let's thank our sponsors: Habits Beer and Tobacco, 960 Franklin Street, which is down by the hospitals in Johnstown, and also Tulun's Living the Dream Bar and Grill, 90 Lule Street, down by the outhouse.
Great beer, great beer, great food.
Not to mention, at Tulun's now on Tuesdays, it's what?
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
You can't beat it.
Mike Zeke, you got 1 minute. We want to get off. You coming on? There he is. Zeke, my man.
So quick to forget, brother.
Did because he was too busy. Did you see him deep throat that damn 12-inch sub last night?
I'm sorry, that did not happen.
Hey man, Jersey Mike's is it's my spot.
Brother, yeah. I had a blast yesterday. Thank you.
Hey brother. I enjoyed it. Like my new hat.
Oh, now you remember him, huh?
Yeah.
It was a good deal. Well, it took me a second.
All of a sudden now he remembers you, Zeke, whenever he sees you. He doesn't say anything now.
It took me a second.
That's cool, man.
Nah, we had a freaking blast yesterday, man. I appreciate you, and I hope to meet up with you for more shows.
Yeah, I'll be there June 19th. I'll be there. So,
well, we'd like to bring you on for some previews or reviews or whatever the hell, whenever your schedule permits.
Yeah, man, anytime. I mean, I'm free most evenings, normally after 8 right now. I got about 3 more weeks of prom season, and then I'm free for the summer. So I'll be ready to go.
All right. Sounds good.
Hey, real quick, out of 5 stars, what did you give the event last night? The show.
I heard you say 4.
Yes.
And for it being the first live event I've ever been to outside.
Ever?
I mean, I would have to agree. No, I mean I've been to WrestleMania outside, but as far as like being to an indie wrestling show outside with the amount of people they had there for their first show post-pandemic, crazy. I mean, I know at one point I had asked him if he needed help with chairs. He said, "We're out," which is amazing for their first show back, and then going inside for the next show. It's going to be that's what I love about indie wrestling, and specifically, KCW Imagine Wrestling. The small, it's so intimate, like those smaller settings. Like I'm a big concert guy, but I prefer small intimate venues. They're awesome. Smaller shows sometimes they just, because it's more intimate and you're closer, like you feel like you're more involved. And Kato's been very good about having the fan involvement, the crowd involvement, wanting everybody to have a good time, putting on a great show. And I mean, for as long as I've known him, for as long as I've been around him, every show I've ever been to, a part of, whatever, has always been great. And I know that's probably biased because he's one of my favorite people in the world. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Got to see a lot of people I've seen in a long time. Man, to see Braden, Jake, and Malachi from where I saw them when they were first training to seeing them live and performing for the first time last night. Man, those young men are very talented, and I'm very happy with their success, and I can't wait to see where they go from here. And I know Ken trained all three of those guys, and you can tell they're getting it, and I'm very happy for everybody involved. My wife asked me how I felt going, and I said, that's the first time I've smiled that much in a very long time. So it was a pleasure to be there. It was a pleasure to meet up with you guys and see everybody. I'm really looking forward to the next show. That's for sure. So.
Well,
I thought that's why you was smiling last night, because you got to see me.
Yeah, of course, Larry. Of course, Larry. It was just to see you, buddy.
I know I have an effect on people.
We're
You don't
definitely
agree,
going to. What's that?
You don't agree?
I'm going to keep those comments to myself. We're definitely going to have to meet up again. And I had a blast with you, man. It was a good time. The first live show I've seen in over a year. And you were a part of that. And I appreciate it. And we had a good time.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. We'll do it again.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir. All right, Zeke, I'm hopping off here.
All right, brothers. I'll talk to you guys soon. Get a hold of me.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Later.
Will do.
All right, Jay. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bro.
Later, man.
Later.